how long are you taking to get your permit? Is it clear when you go online and you ask, hey, I want to get my permit, do they explain to you what you're paying for what? Who are we paying it to? It's going through your it shows authenticity because it shows that then the government is aware of the process that's happening. When you go there and you sit for 5-10 minutes, are you worked on? When you leave, do you get your permit? Is it valid? Can the police then validate that this is your permit? It's what we're talking about. When I was seated there, I wrote a statement that says that we need to foster a culture of accountability. And the person sitting next to me said, and mechanisms. Unfortunately, and as we were talking about the hurdles that we're finding, when you talk about governance, when you talk about service delivery, we are associating them sometimes to political. Because today, I'll give you a very small example. Yesterday, we were having a discussion with Angela, and we're talking about public institutions in Uganda, and I'll give an example of Rwanda. And he said when we were trying to ask around, when you ask someone that, where do you work, and they tell you they're working in a public institution in Rwanda, there's a given credibility you give them vis-a-vis when you say you're from Uganda. You could take a survey and see. Why? Because, like we discussed still, the standards, I would say, for the public institutions are quite higher than even the private institutions that we have down there. I'm using that example because that is a survey that we shared yesterday. My point is that there needs to be a given, and I don't want to bring this in a very, sometimes I don't want us to use, I want to use very difficult language because the understanding is we need credibility.